Hello again, future viewers. Well, it seems that in this diplomacy game about settling our differences peacefully, things have broken down and we have to fight stuff. And that's depressing. I haven't seen anyone else who's streamed this game fail in a peaceful solution quite as hard as I did. Well, let's figure out how close I have to get to these guys before I can lure them. I'll have to make rather heavy use of my forest tiles. My forest tiles. I wish those were favorable for me. So, as long as I don't expose him to attacks, Pluto can stand in forest, I think. I mean, accuracy, that kind of accuracy does not matter for spells. And it doesn't especially bother the Nightmare either. I need to keep that in mind. Or even the Siren. Okay, I hadn't even thought about using spellcasters to reduce the disadvantage from bad tiles. Of course, it means that if they are attacked, they're going to be in really big trouble. Zhuge Liang never uses fire attacks. What are you talking about? The forest is too precious to him. His ethics would stop him from such an awful, horrifying move. I think I'm going to engage them around here. I have some meadow tiles to fight in, but they have plenty of forest tiles to fight him, so I'd better be ready to spike down those mandrakes pretty hard. The centaurs are also going to be pretty accurate, although they don't miss very often anyway. The biggest problem will be for my ranger. There is one thing that I might be able to take advantage of. Well, actually no, never mind. Mandrakes move faster in forests anyway. So, the Berserker actually won't have it too awful if I position him right, because Whirlwind attack never misses. He will not, however, be able to dodge much of anything. And if I need him to use his normal melee attack, I'll have to halo him. My Simurgh will be fine, though. And this is an uncomfortable map, though. Well, really, I only have myself to blame for a lot of this. And are all of their maps as overgrown as this one? I could have easily answered that question by just looking instead of selecting a battle and diving right in. Funny how that works. So where can you move to? Yeah, you can move over here, and I'd like to have that golem on the road or something like that, if possible. Not because of its own evasion, but its accuracy. Yeah, it's gonna be another turn before I can move that to a good tile. So where can... Okay, let's double check. Yeah, so as long as I keep that space open, I should be okay. I also need to be ready because since we're dealing with mandrakes, we're going to encounter some paralysis. So I won't be able to take advantage of hit and run as much as I usually do. However, he still will not be counterattacked because his deadly rope attack is kind of overpowered that way. Well, it's not an awful move. It's an expensive move, though. I recall there was at least one instance in the past where they ruled themselves out of a holy word because of that, although that guy was kind of pathetic overall. Medessa, on the other hand, has plenty of MP for Paralyze? Okay. Yeah, but for area heal, although... Yeah, she even has enough for 2 area heals. That is not a character to be taken lightly, I think. I think I want to move at least a little bit slowly to get everyone into the position that I need. So if I want to put him here, then I think this is a good spot for the gremlin. Okay, that's not an awful move. Although I don't think that character will move into Exoblast range. I stand corrected. Do I have a spell break available? I might. Depends on... It depends on whether that is a 3 or 4 range thing. And now the regen happens. And can I zoom in but not quite that far? Oh well. I'd like to have finer control over that sort of thing. So, you have resist right now. I don't think Spellbreak goes quite that far. Nope, I'll have to move forward before I do that. In the meantime, since Exoblast is expensive, I think Flame would be a better use. Yeah, that's pretty good. And that's a pretty casual 170 damage right there. Although, Rune Knights can often deal a lot more than that. Anyway, casting magic down on the big spellcaster seems like a good idea. That also means that Spell Break is no longer a great idea on her since I don't want to remove the debuff. Oops. Well, I still stand by that because it'll reduce Holy Word damage, I think. Well... Does she have Divine Ray? No, but she has a whole bunch of other attacks that would be bad for this Revenant, and I'd like to keep it alive, so... Well, sort of. Whatever it counts as being... I don't know. Ah, that's bad accuracy, though. I think right now it's better off attacking this away. Well, bearing in mind the accuracy problems that golems have, I don't have high hopes for this. Yeah. The damage would be rather heavily in my favor. And now I have to be careful about where I move, because I'd like this to perhaps be within my area of influence. Yeah, so how exactly am I going to attack this Mandrake? Well, he hits pretty hard. But accuracy is absolutely not in his favor. And I wish that the Morelva castles had this much water. It'd make them easier to defend. Not that that actually matters, because that's not even how this game works. Yeah, I have a pretty decent advantage here. Might get paralyzed, but I think that might even be worth it. Yep. Completely worth it. And yes, occupying this space would be pretty good. Because it provides that coverage that I was talking about. Well, the total power isn't amazing, but it doesn't involve too much risk for the elemental. And I wouldn't mind chipping down that dragon. Yep, they have that anti-mountain thing. But I got some levels, and that is also fairly important. Alright, maybe I should cast Weaken on her next. That seems like a good idea. So it doesn't look like my wolf can do much right now. That's kind of a problem. So next turn things are going to get a little bit stronger on both sides, because they'll be able to field their healing, so will I, and also offensive spells will come into it. Yeah, I think I can get better coverage up here. Oh, is this a good idea? Well, what can they deploy to hit it? Well, they'll be able to surround it, so yeah, that would be a bad idea. It's also in Divine Ray range, but its defenses against that are not the worst, and also they're likely to target the golem instead. They're targeting their resists pretty well. Ooh, that magic down really did a lot, didn't it? And they... oh, that's actually very good news for me. It means that I can target Talia if I have to. I'd like to take down more monsters, though. Well, I can kill a rock, maybe. And I can certainly deal enough damage to get some experience. Slaying a dragon would be good. Yeah, there it is. Them breath attacks, if you hit them right. It's... yeah, throwing out your own Exoblast is lots of fun, isn't it? Hey, you know, I could use that stealing cut to steal a piece of her gear. I've never actually had a chance to do that before. That's amazing. Hilarious. Well, hilarious to someone who's played this game too much, probably. Yeah, so I think Magic Down is a bigger effect than that Resist spell. Power of 274, yeah, okay. Well, what else can I do? The battle's going to end pretty soon, so I need to aim each thing more carefully than usual. I'm not sure that weakness is actually going to be a big deal. So I might as well throw out a heal, because you never know. Sorry, Bundigula. Looks like I couldn't do much with you this time. Well, this is the thing that happens when you move your hero to the front line too fast. It's not like we've never seen this before. Well, as for who gets what... it looks like I'll have no Halo here, which is a bit of a shame, but you know what? I'm not going to worry too much about it. Well, this seems good. Yes, only 5 more to go, I guess. And this is also not going to get a kill, but first I might need to make sure that my accuracy is what it needs to be. Yes, it is. Oh boy, my first Shadow Steel. Aren't you all excited? Of course I'm not going to do it immediately. I have to wring every little bit of optimization I can out of this, because I am a stable individual who prioritizes his time properly. I promise. If only I could use React on him so I could move him here and use a Whirlwind, but such is life. So let's see what I get, because I know you're packing gear. Oh, well that's a little disappointing. I think I already have a couple of those. That's not disappointing, though. You are making some good progress there. Well, I only defeated 2 monsters. But hey, having Talia out of action for a turn is pretty good. That would have been a lot trickier to deal with if they hadn't put... She was a spellcaster, no less. She could have hidden behind a decent front line and done a lot of damage. Well, okay, somewhat less damage because I did cast that magic down, but still.
デスバレーだって？一体何のこと？
やっぱり知らなかったかい。いや、ちょっと立ち寄った町で小耳に挟んだもんだからよ。こいつは知らせておいた方がいいかと思ってな。
おお、それって今日でそのデスバレーってところに通りかかったどこぞの部隊があっという間に全滅させられたっていうんだな。
そうなんじゃよ。まるで大しけにあったようなありさまだったっていうぜ。
大しけ？
しけとは強風などの悪天候によって海上が荒れること。デスバレーが陸地の場合、用語に誤りがあります。
このガラクタ、海に沈めたのかい。
He probably does.
海は勘弁してやってください。そのうち浮かぶように改良しますんで。
Of course he has a plan for that.
マンタのおじ
I
き
mean, they're pirates, so it's only
つまりは
natural that he
そのデス
would.
バレーっていうところで天変地異が起こったってことでしょ。
それがな、何でも天をつく魔獣が暴れまくったんだそうよ。
天をつく
Well, that sounds interesting.
魔獣？
まさか。
聞いたことがあるのか？
確かに以前
And yeah, that doesn't surprise me either.
ほらステラとも行ったことのある飲みの市でやけに全国のことに
Oh
詳し
wait,
い
a
親父さんが
callback
いた
to
じゃない。
that? I was not expecting that. I thought it was just setting the starting tone. It seemed too insignificant to be foreshadowing of
ガラクタを
anything.
集めてきてるとか。
あの親父さんが天を覆うような魔獣を見たとか。
エンドレアン？
確かそんな名前だったような。いや、わしがお前さん方、その魔獣もさることながら、そこに正体不明の娘がいたってことだ。
Now, this is where I would expect Adu to step in and say something. Did I actually call that?
そう
I
なんじゃよ。
I thought I wasn't allowed to call things correctly.
娘らしいんだが、そいつがやけに偉そうでな。
もうマナの力は十分手に入れたはずだ。これ以上ルーンの神の思い通りに。
Well, I guess we've got post-game battle lore
なんじゃ
from
と
that.
神の思い通りとは一体なんていう言い草じゃい。
ふーん。ってことは、そいつひょっとして神のお力を否定してるって。
そうなんじゃ。大それたこと言うじゃろが。
面白えな。
バカモン、ルーンの神に逆らう娘の何が面白いって言うんじゃ。
やだパパ。ただちょっと会ってみたら面白いかなって思っただけだよ。
I bet they'd have some things in common. Stella is not really interested in anything divine either.
あってって、お前はどうしてそう奔放に物事を考えるんじゃい。
If anything, Ginny is more, or even more wild than she is.
マーメイドギニー、よくぞ我の強い女に育てたもんだね。
ほっときやがれこのドクトが。
まあな。でマンタのおじきデスバレーっていうのはどこに？
さあな、わしらにこの情報を持ってきよった者も。
なるほど。ステラ、何にしても我らルーンの騎士にとって
I sure hope so. Otherwise, we will have a boring end game.
その女、ルーンの神に歯向かって、それで一体どうするつもりなんだろう。
I have a lot of those moments where my brain is trying to say two sentences at once and they get mixed together. That's not the worst thing. It would be the worst thing in Shining Force, but this is not that. I have entirely too many Dark Gauntlets. Maybe I should move Vigo somewhere else. Another Nightmare seems pretty good. But the Rune Knight himself did not get anything. Well, I know that leveling someone up to 12 by that process is going to be slow. What I find interesting, well, one of the many things I find interesting is if I was going to play this game in a more optimal way, I would have less time to train people up by those experience quests. Well, how do things look over here? Not great for them. Well, she is, of course, still a problem. In fact, even though they have a Project Knight starting ruler, they have a lot of other experienced knights, level 18 and a couple that are higher than level 20. I'd say that's better than the new Almekia starting position. Well, slightly better. Salamanders are broken, and they don't have a monster that's quite that strong. But since Rune Knights are monstrous, I still think that Norzalio has an advantage here. Well, I need to step away from this for just a few minutes. I'll be right back. Sit tight till then. Alright, I am back. Thank you for your patience, as always. I'm not going to end the phase just yet. Instead, I want to check around a couple of places. Yeah, so maybe I'll find something interesting here. And I think Vigo needs to be moved. Well, first let's check the kind of quest that he's got at hills, huh? I wonder if there are any other hills around here that I could quest in. Wastelands, ruins. Peaks, huh? Oh, there are not a whole lot of hills around here. This is one of those times where I regret a little bit that I can't use guides. Or that I refuse to use guides, I should say. Sylvan Lakeside, would that be a good thing for a Viking to explore? Seems interesting to me. Well, maybe a waterfall would be good. I've heard that warrior monks like those. I've never met one personally, mind you, so that might just be a stereotype. Well, Stella is going to attack up here next. Although it does look a little bit messy, I think they're going to rearrange their troops a bit, so I might have an easier shot at it once it's attack time. And as for this team, you three are going up here. So the only question remaining is who will attack in which direction? I think Norzalio is a little bit more spread out, so their defenses will be a little bit weaker, and Umimaru's team should go over there. This turn, Adu and company are going to attack the capital in Droog, which will be a fun time for everyone. As much as I'd like to do more attacking up here, I don't really see that happening right now. Don't worry, it'll happen soon enough. Alright, so that's my general plan ready to go. That conflicting dagger interests me, though. I think Lionel needs to move. Oh, wait. This might actually be... No, it actually doesn't answer any questions. Well, I can see if they are okay in mountain peaks, at least. Quest-wise, I mean. Yeah, this stuff is a little bit more boring, but what can you do? I think I'd like to ferry this stuff up here because I have a bit of a troop adjustment in mind. Could be interesting. And are you going on a quest? Why, yes. Yes, you are. And I believe we have a need to equip that nifty new dagger. Oh, it increases intelligence, but not attack power. Well, giving an extra white and black orb will help. I don't think anything actually resists those in particular. And having a little more magic defense would also be okay. But as far as I know, only the rogue class uses a knife, so why would it have spell casting stats? Oh well, there's some things I may never learn. Is the frost one actually any good, though? I'm not convinced that it is. At least not on him. And I think I have a Temple Knight over here, but she might even already be equipped with a Frost Lance. Oh, okay. Frost Spear and Ice Lance are not the same thing. Ice Lance is a fair bit better. It actually has stats on it. Alright, I guess it isn't such a disappointment then. It also means that Talia's attacks will be less troublesome unless, of course, she has another one to equip, which would not surprise me. And that, I think, concludes my decisions for this organizational phase. Alright, I'm gonna stick with my plan for this one. I don't especially care who they have over there, but I should check anyway, because I believe they have some monsters. Ah, I'm going to fight Tim for the first time. I guess he isn't fully geared because his defense is... Oh yeah, this is the gear that he starts with, so his stats are actually kind of balanced around it. He seems more of a spellcaster than a melee fighter, but I'm sure his melee skills are just fine, thank you. Yes, there it is. He can move and use that, and it doesn't even severely drain his MP. Yeah, this... it's like Stella's murderizing attack, except it has range. I feel like even after promotion, Stella is not all that amazing as a ruler. Oh well. Let's get my attacks a-rolling. Yep, as I suspected, the resistance I'm facing there is considerably less than it could be. But before I do anything else, let's check the battlefield. Wrong button. Yeah, that's a lot of forest. It's not quite as heavy as the last invasion I did. And it is too late to change my units around. Kind of a shame. If I was actually good at this strategic decision thing, I would have moved my mandrakes over to the teams attacking the shinobi lands, but live and learn. I'll remember that for next time I do a full playthrough, I guess. Am I sending everyone? Yes, yes. Let's not forget that big embarrassment from before. Oh yes, we will never forget that. And I already... No, I didn't already tell them to attack. So let's do that. Oh, is that all the attacking that I'm doing now? Well, I suppose it is. Yes. That's because I was sort of moving some people forward in preparation for next turn. Right, so provided that I achieve victory, which I think is very likely here, next turn I will do the usual double castle attack and hopefully not have to deal with the shinobi or their forested castles anymore. And once these teams are freed up, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be able to conquer the rest of the continent fairly quickly. Like, I shouldn't have any trouble guarding enough castles to be able to attack things. Of course, that assumes that my attacks succeed, which is never ever a guarantee, and I would be disappointed if it was a guarantee. I mean, I didn't buy this with the intention of getting some kind of mobile game where I could just auto-battle everything and win. Well, yeah, let's go. I think I have time for this one more battle, and we'll leave you on a cliffhanger for the next one. Everyone loves opening a stream with a battle, right? Well, this terrain does not look too bad, with the exception of those rings around the castle. Those could make things a little more complicated. We'll have to see. I do have a decent amount of flying. Yeah, let's not leave that mandrake too far behind. That would be bad. A mandrake? Man-eater, whatever you want to call it.
俺はミレルヴァのアデュー。お前たちはこの戦場で敗北とともに知ることになろう。我ら一族がブリガンダインを持たぬがゆえに。
Well, it seems that rain has started outside. If I start getting lightning strikes near me, I'm gonna have to end the stream. Oh, they're moving out? Seriously? That's not an amazing idea. That actually gives me a bit of an advantage, because I wouldn't have to move through that choke point. Okay, well, sure. You do that. JoJo meme and all that. Wow, I sound British. Not for no reason either. Looks like they're not really rushing that hard. But hey, if they're gonna position themselves like that, I might be able to take advantage of it. Make them have to deal with the choke point while I have a good formation. Yes. I like that. Well, with this kind of formation, it might be a good idea for me to put my Phoenix in a healing formation rather than offensive.
お兄様のご期待に応えるのよ。
抜かりなく間合いを図るのだ。
おう、賢く立ち回ってやるよ。
Well, we'll see if Alson here is a match for Adu. That'll be an interesting competition. Yes, I don't mind that at all. Let's see what he's got. Oh, that's the same kind of knuckles that my prized Gigas has. That's not too surprising. He's probably not gonna miss either. Oh well. I'm not going to miss. Well, aside from agility, his kit is also designed around never missing.
おお、ここは一気に攻め込むチャンスだな。
Let's see if I can lure them the way that would be optimal for me.
我が軍には勝利あるのみ。
おうよ。
Well, to do that, I'll have to pay pretty good attention to their movement ability. Yeah. That's the thing about this choke point. Adu is covering the tiles that you would like to move through to get where you want.
おうよ。
Alright, these tiles are to be avoided. Anything short of that is fine, though. And you are going to, I think, move around to this side. It's a bit of a walk, but I think the troops are mobile enough to handle a maneuver like that. One of the nice things about the agile flying types. Wait, they're not moving forward? Huh.
抜かりなく間合いを図るのだ。
Okay.
行くぞ。
You don't know how this team works, do you? Right. So let's give ourselves some advantageous positioning, shall we?
おう、賢く立ち回ってやるよ。
Well, you have enough MP for both a Fury Blow and a Raging Hurricane, but there's just one problem, isn't there? I don't think there's a need for a Raging
ここは一
Hurricane
気
right
に攻め
now.
込むチャンスだな。そらよっとやるな。
Yeah, just like that. No counter allowed. Because counterattacks are cheating. So, where should this demon, Lilith, go? Yes, right next to this unicorn. That seems good to me. I think you can place a good Meteor Doom from here. The only thing is, should I risk even the least bit of health for this character? Alright, if I can't spare 29 hit points, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, next turn. Next turn will be a good Raging Hurricane. Yep, those are some strong monsters they got there. Well, I see no reason not to begin the artillery. Do I have a weakness ready? Not quite. Next turn. But you better believe that will be a big deal when it comes out. I may need to have this back off. Well, we'll see. Actually, it seems extremely likely that I'll need to have it back off. Even though this is a very tantalizing breath weapon line, I think I need to prioritize the health of the Sea Serpent because Tim does not mess around. I think it's very unlikely that this will... Wow, 0% chance to hit. That's impressive. Wonder what cut its accuracy down that far. Does it have an evasion skill? Yes, it does. That would explain it. Well, I think that even a chance at this kind of artillery is a good thing. Yes. No healing from that unicorn, good sirs. And might as well put more backliners in danger. Oh well. I got one low-ish hit out there, so I'm more or less content. Wow, so casual. I mean, he just so casually got rid of him. Alright, this is a pretty good position for you, and for you. And I don't actually think it's wise to attack Tim as such. Wow, that is quite the accuracy drop, isn't it? I'll probably have to surround you, but do you have also... Wow. You have a natural evasion ability too. That's like the best ability in the game, and two... Well, actually, he might be the only ruler who gets it now that I think about it. But as dangerous as it is, I have to put the Coatl here just to hedge off any attacks on the back line. And this is the biggest problem with the choke point. It is effectively 3v2 here. Well, you're gonna hit me pretty hard, aren't you? Ah, so it has pushback, huh? That is actually a pretty big problem. But all is not lost. Yes, I think this is a pretty good area of effect. Too bad for that golem, but the needs of the many and whatever else you want to call it. Well, he just moved, and I think this is an okay chance. Wait, what spells do you... Well, not at that range. Let's see, I did cast weakness on him, right? Just want to be sure. No, I don't think that I did. Ah, such a shame. It'll probably have to cast a heal instead. Well, no, actually, no. He can do it. But I need to make sure that I can't actually be KO'd by anything that he has. Yeah, there's a good chance I'm going to miss here. But so it goes. That makes me sad. Whoa. Okay. Alright, well, they'll protect him anyway.
我が一族の力。
Well, I'd rather have his curse than his melee special move. Ooh, that is an impressive breath attack, though. Well, I think this weakness is going to be pretty important. And yeah, that weakness is a very big deal, even though I have a good chance of not hitting here. Yes! There it is! Lucky paralysis went my way. So, let's start by attacking this sea serpent pretty heavily. Divine Break, please. That's fairly powerful. It's a step too late, but this'll maybe reduce the effect of a later curse. And Unicorn Pressure, that's also pretty good. Although, man, that counterattack, that could get me pretty badly. Hey, you were just paralyzed. What's going on here? Alright, I gotta choose my targets carefully here. A halo would be so nice, but whatever. I have some other tools. For example, a curse would work pretty well here. Oh, 4 health left, huh? Are you making fun of me? So, do you have any access to healing? Well, yes. Yes, you do. But I do have access to a breath weapon. That might be enough, actually. especially because that guy has weakness on him. Once again, too bad for the golem, but it doesn't even hurt him that much. And it's been team attacked so much. Yeah, power of 98, that's plenty. So we'll do that. Do I even need Curse? Yes, I do. Shouldn't take a high-level Rune Knight quite that lightly, I suppose. Ah, I cast Dimension instead. Oopsie.
おお、ここは一気に攻め込むチャンスだな。
Well, that might even be worse, because I'm going to rip up its monsters now. Yeah, those are out of aura.
我が軍勢の結束を見よ。食らえ。
Ooh, I better be a little careful. Yeah, I better be a little careful with my demon now, huh? Well, that's what healing spells are for. And you can move forward and attack this out-of-aura unicorn. No, wait, that would put my man-eater also out of aura. Well, that's okay, I have other means. I have less accurate means, but... oh! That's not cool. Well, I don't want you to be in casting range of anything. So how am I going to manage this? I have plenty of monsters to kill. Yeah, sure. Vale is cleaning it up. Monster armor. Okay. And I think chipping him down is a good idea now. He's out of MP, which is very good news for me. And what about you? Also out of MP. Well, it's a gamble for sure. but I think I'm gonna go with it. Right, that removes that surround effect. So they don't think things are going against them hard enough yet. I'll change their minds about that. Man, I don't even know what their chances were for a successful dimension there. I guess they weren't that low. Well, this is risky, isn't it? But potentially very rewarding.
Oh, 賢く立ち回ってやるよ。
What's the turn order look like?
Oh, 賢く立ち回ってやるよ。
Now that is the thing that interests me. But I think I'd rather just take out more monsters right now. I missed that range 2 skill of theirs. Oh, well done. Yeah, I think this will have an effect. Is there anything else that I can do? I guess there is. So I have Frost and Flame available, and I think those two together will be enough. And I think Bale is about to gain another level. It's a good thing he doesn't have a defensive skill other than increased evasion, though.
強くなったよ。野郎ども、褒美はや。
Oh, he's lying. They plunder all the time. Well, I guess I'll have to rearrange my troop line, probably summon something to make up for the dragon that I lost. I think they lost a bit more, though. Well, a lot of the stuff they lost was low level, but I can work around that. And I think I'm done for now. Durius should be more towards the back. Well, I think let me just take a quick look at this situation. There aren't a whole lot of meadow patches around here, but I think I can work something out. Oh, there's a few. We'll have to see at what point they start charging forwards. Let's see, the good news is that I also have a swordsman, so that should work in forest. Maybe I can get another level or two for Yuki. And Bale is really good, though. I wasn't even specifically trying to level him up, but he's been skyrocketing. At this rate, he'll reach level 21. Probably just in time for the post-game. And I think that's that. Well, I'll see you next time. 2 days from now, probably a few minutes after EST because I'm always late. My apologies. Well, later.